Hi everyone, hope you're having a fantastic day. Thanks for joining me. Today I wanted to focus on the clam exercise. So the clam exercise is a fantastic way to strengthen the hip area, particularly the rotator muscles in the hip, the glute med, and the glute max muscles. So being in the center of your upper and lower body, it's really important that these particular muscles are strong. So if you're doing field sports like football or basketball or soccer, you're going to be using those hip muscles quite a lot to change directions, or if you're a walker or a jogger, and just for general strength in that area, no matter whether you play sport or not. So I've got a band here because I like to add a little bit of heat, but you can definitely do the clam exercise without one. So I'm going to show you around 3 to 4 variations, and you can always modify the repetitions according to how strong you feel in those particular areas, and then gradually build up. So I'm going to focus on around a 10 rep count, and I'm just going to show you one side, but don't forget to do both. Okay, so let's get started. I'm going to show you with the band, but I'll be talking about doing the exercise without the band as well. So if you're using a loop band like this one, and in terms of bands, I really like this particular band because if you can see, it's got a little sort of grippy rubber material, 2 lines of it, which keeps it really snug against your legs or whatever part of the body it's in contact with, unlike some rubber material type bands which tend to roll and end up cutting off circulation sometimes. Okay, so let's get started. I'm going to come onto the side here, and I'm going to demonstrate a couple of upper body positions as well. So level 1, or not overly strenuous on your upper body, would be to lie down. I like to bend my elbow to create a little pillow for my head so that my head is not sort of hanging and I'm all crooked. All right, so from there, I'm going to pull my abs in. Make sure that the line of my torso is in line with my feet. So torso, sit bones, and feet should be in line if possible. Slight little tuck of the tailbone under. And variation 1, we're going to glue the feet together. And then take a breath in, exhale, press the side of the leg into the band, and then close. Inhale, exhale, press. Good. So the whole time I'm trying to keep my hips stacked, trying not to arch my back. Good. And I want to take the leg up, hold for a second, and then slowly lower the leg back down. So I don't want the band to boss me around. I want to keep in control of the band and really get the most of that isometric contraction at the top. Good. Let's go for another 5 and 4, 3, 2, and 1. The next variation I'm going to show you, I'm actually going to come up onto my forearm. And you can do the exercise that we just did, the original clam, up on your forearm as well. So I want to have my elbow directly underneath my shoulder, and I want to try and lift up underneath my armpit. So imagine you've got a burning candle under there and you don't want to sink down and get burnt. So we want to lift up. We also want to lift the waist up as well so that we've got that nice long line from the crown of the head down to the pelvis. Rib cage pulled in towards the spine so that we're engaging through the core. And again, we've got that slight little tuck of the tailbone under. I'm going to also just go back to the shoulder for a moment. Quite often we let the shoulder roll and pop forward. So we want to try and keep that shoulder back so that the shoulder blade supports us from behind. And from there, I'm going to press down through my forearm, send my top hip up, and then come into my clam. Bring the leg down and then lower down. Coming down for a rest or a hover if you want to add a little bit more intensity. Open, close, and lower. So what sometimes tends to happen when we kind of going through the repetitions halfway through, we start to maybe tip the top shoulder forward, but we want to try to keep square through the shoulders, square through the hips, so that we're targeting that glute muscle. That's it. Close. Another 2. So it's as much of a shoulder workout, core workout, as it is a hip and glute workout. And press and down. Excellent. All right, so come out of that, have a little rest, maybe just stretch out the arms. It's quite intense, or you can alternate between each variation on each side. The last variation I'm going to show you for all those extreme clammers out there is this. So we come into our original setup, and we're going to press down through the forearm, lift the hips up. We're going to abduct the whole leg. Now, just a note there, I'm pressing down through all clam variations, down through that bottom leg. So you're going to find the second side almost as tough as the first. I'm then going to take the leg out, extend, bring it back, and then close. And come down. Lift, abduct, extend, bend, and close. And we keep going. Lift and extend, bend and down. That's it. Keep it going. This is where you can often start to hit a bit of a brick wall and want to just throw in the towel. But this is where the magic happens. Quite often when you feel that burn, it means that you're really strengthening those muscles. That's it. Of course, if you feel any pain or discomfort, you got to stop right there. That's it. We'll do another 3. And 2. And last one. Smiling on the outside, burning on the inside. All right, and make sure that you stretch. The stretch that I like to do, pretty simple, is just to roll straight over onto your back. I'm going to take the band off, adjust my clip, and then do a figure 4 stretch. So I'm going to bring my ankle just above the knee and gently press against my top leg knee. And breathe. And if you like, you can pick up the bottom leg, grab a hold of the thigh, and pull it into towards you. Thank goodness our clams are done. All right. And so just like an actual clam that you find on the beach, sometimes it is quite hard to lift that leg and press into the band. So it is not an easy exercise, but super, super beneficial for your lumbopelvic area. Thanks for joining. I hope that's been helpful and hope to see you next time on the mat.